there, welcome to It's a Missy Thing. I am Missy, and the thing that I'm doing today is repotting my orchids. I know you've seen them, they're like in every grocery store, and they're just little teeny things with like these little teeny blooms coming out the top of them, and they tell you to water them with an ice cube. No, these are exotic tropical plants. They don't like cold. So dropping a cold ice cube to slowly drip cold water onto them. I keep a watering can filled up with water all the time and let it be at room temperature. And that's what I water my orchids with, is room temperature water. They're really easier to grow than I thought they would be. Now, the magic window is an east-facing window, so it's going to get that first morning sun, the nice, gentle morning sun. In my first bit of research, I realized why I'd been killing every orchid I had. I would buy this beautiful flower pot that I just loved because it's such a pretty flower pot. And I'd fill it full of potting soil, and I'd shove the orchid down in it. Orchids are epiphytes, which means they grow on trees and rocks in their natural environment. So shoving them down in potting soil is just going to suffocate the roots. It's going to hold moisture around the roots. They're going to rot. You want to plant your orchids in an orchid mix. Now, I just get this Miracle Grow one I got this from Lowe's Home Improvement. They have it at Walmart. And it's wood chips, bark, things like that. The other thing I learned was that orchids do not like to have their feet wet. They don't want to be standing in water. So, and they also, because, in their natural environment, they're growing on trees and roots. They're not buried in the soil. So there needs to be airflow for the roots for them to stay healthy, and not a lot of hard soil, because they just, they grow and snake around on the inside of the pots. And you can see this. And that was another reason why I like going with a clear containers, because I like seeing the roots. What I have is it's just a flower pot liner, saucer, little cheapy plastic things. I think this was 60 cents at Lowe's Home Improvement. And in making sure that the roots have airflow and they're not in standing water, I just take these and I just take a regular old thumbtack and go through and punch some holes all along the side, and then punch some holes in the bottom. Because when you water it, you want that water to drain out. And you want it to drain out slowly, so that there can be some retention in the bark and the mix that's in there, and give the roots a good bath. But they don't need to sit in the water. So with these little holes, it drains out slowly enough that the plant can get what it needs, but then not have to sit in it. So that's what I do with these. I've got this. They make, obviously, orchid pots, and I picked up an orchid pot, and my plan is to put this one in this. That may change, but this one for now this is a good size, I think, to be going up to with this one. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this down in the bottom. All right, so you're just going to take this and kind of give it a little squeeze so the little roots can come off of it. And you just want to remove all of the old things that are in there. These roots look really, really really great. And if there are any dead roots that aren't, and I do want to look a little more closely, like this one, that root's kind of, it's a little dead. So you want to take your pruning shears, clean, sterilized pruning shears, and just get rid of any of those things. But these roots look really great. They are in really good shape. And there's another one. I don't know how well you can see. I'll try to maybe get some still close-up shots of these. There's another root that's just starting to come out and snake around that I love. I just love these little orchids. Just gonna now go in and backfill around. So I'll just put this in here. And then of course, they just need a good soaking. I'm gonna sit it in here. Yeah, that'll work. Like I said, I keep a flower pot over here, that always has water in it, so it's room temperature water. And then I just give it a good, and you can see it's coming out of the holes, and it's draining really well. And let that drain a little more. So I'll give it time for some of that to soak in, and then I'm gonna, I'll give it another good soaking. And that, I mean, the leaves should always be plump and shiny, and when they start getting a little dehydrated, they'll start to look a little wrinkly, and that's when you know, oh yeah, gotta get some water in for these guys. You don't want to water above with like the sprinkled watering cans and get water in. The water will settle in these leaves, and it can cause crown rot. And under the leaves and water without getting water down in there. If you do, because sometimes it happens, I'll just take a paper towel and just, soak it up around that, just to keep it from sitting in there. So that is my orchid repotting. I hope you got some good information, some tips. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.